Pmdg is now entering the home stretch for their development of the Pmdg 737. Hey, what's going on, flight simmers? My name is Rowan, and today we are going to be talking about all the exciting news which we have gotten from Robert Randazzo on the Pmdg forums. Now, as always, before we do get into this video, I'd just like to ask you to click on that like, subscribe, and ding dong that notification bell because it really does help support the channel. Now, as we all know, Pmdg has been very silent over the past few weeks as we had been receiving quite frequent updates. But over the past few weeks they have been very quiet, but that doesn't mean that's a bad thing. Usually with Pmdg, it usually means it's a very good thing that they're very busy in terms of development of the aircraft. And with this, Robert has stated that they are wrapping up the development and testing phase of a 737 project. With this, they are still proceeding to release the project as packs of individual types of aircraft, starting with the Dash 700. From this, we have also learned that they are going to carry on with this strategy, so after the 700 they'll be releasing the 600, 800, 900. What they have also stated as well is that after they finish the next generation, or NG, they are going to be moving on to the Maxes, being the Max 8 and the Max 9. Although they are not specifically publishing any information about the Max, it is still very promising, especially with the teasers from the Drzecki design KRNT airport. With each type of aircraft, they will include different variants of the type, being the BBJ, which is the Boeing business jet, which will include up to 9 auxiliary fuel tanks. He also states that each aircraft type will have their own customized ground pack, which also includes a customized pushback feature. With this feature, he does state that you will be able to drive the tug yourself, just like the current pushback mod in Msfs. There will also be loads of customizable options, such as failure modes, realism sections, that will allow you to match your 737 to just about any configuration in the real world. In terms of a release schedule, we don't know the specific time for the Dash 700, but Robert does state that there will be approximately 6 weeks intervals between each package, being the 600, 800 and 900. So some features we can expect to see after the release is to have an all new cockpit tablet or EFB, new high-res passenger cabins in 1 and 2 class configurations, along with a high resolution BBJ and cargo layout. He also states that the 737 is a completely new model for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and also states with some areas in the previous sims which may have had low resolution modelling has a lot higher resolution modelling in Microsoft Flight Simulator. In fact, he says it's the highest possible resolution that they can actually achieve in the sim at the current time. Now, in terms of the missing functionalities because of Msfs and the limitations, Robert Randazzo has said, at the end of the day, the Pmdg 737-700 for Msfs so far is a more feature-rich simulation of a 737 series airplane than what we have been able to produce in previous platforms, and has us very excited. We have shared the airplane with a few non-Pmdg and non-Pmdg beta individuals, and their feedback has been highly enthusiastic. We think yours will be as well once you have your hands on her. So with that, it pretty much shows that Msfs has gotten past all of the issues as they were stating before with missing functionality, and it also does show that Pmdg has been working quite closely with Microsoft and Asobo to fix any issues so they can achieve this high fidelity aircraft. Moving on to the performance of the aircraft, he is using a roughly 3-year-old system which includes an early i9 and a 2080 Ti, and he himself has been testing the frame rates in different locations and has been achieving very high frame rates. He even states in locations such as Foxtrot Mike Echo Echo, he has been seeing around low mid 50s FPS on high/ultra settings, which is very promising, especially for those who don't have as high of an end system as what they may be testing on. Now at this current moment, we don't know how much the aircraft is going to cost, but what they do state is that if you have previously purchased the 737 NGXU before 2020, then you will receive $99.99 of store credit, which should allow you to buy the package practically for free. Now, Robert does also talk about beta testers, and the only reason why we haven't seen anything from them is because they are under NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, which basically legally binds them with Pmdg to not share any products. but even then it's still very exciting to hear all this news from Robert, and it really does make me excited for when the product is released. Now, under my prediction, I can probably see this being released at the end of spring, maybe early summer, but anything can happen, especially with Sim Update 9 just round the corner. So with that guys, that's the end of the Pmdg news. So if you did like this video, make sure you do click on that like, subscribe, and ding dong that notification bell. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. You have been watching Information Alpha.